Alright, and welcome back to Will Witch RP's live play of our episodic campaign, The Mortal Guardians. What is Will Witch RP, you might ask? I'll tell you. Will Witch RP is me, Faye, your game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love role-playing games and sharing stories with all of you so much that we quit our day jobs and created our own companies. That way we could create high-quality TTRPG experiences full-time. We've been very fortunate along the way to meet many awesome, amazing players who have joined us on our adventure, including the players with us today. And you can join them in all the fun. To get started playing with us, just join our Discord and website community, where you can sign up for games, meet us and all of our players, talk about your favorite characters and stories, and even roleplay on our forums. We've got plenty of games that happen every day, Monday through Saturday, so that way you can play in our Mortal Guardians episodic campaign and fight back against the evil Coven of Zol and their dark masters from the void beyond the stars. We also offer high-quality custom quests, magic items, our Burning Veil campaign that runs alongside the Mortal Guardians, and our playthrough of D&D's Dragonlance campaign. So take a moment during the game to join us and introduce yourself. We can't wait to see you at the table. Now, speaking of the table, let's get started with today's game. And we begin with introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye. I'm going to be your game master here. I'm with Wildwitch RP. To find out more about us, it's a very simple process. Just head over to wildwitch.com. That's our website. That's WILDEWITCH.com. It's got all the fun ways you can find us on the internet, all the cool stuff we've got going on, and of course, the invite link to our Discord. Also on the internet, you can head over to Sirenscape.com. Sirenscape provides all of our background music, our ambiance, our sad trombone, played during dramatically appropriate times. You can find out all about Sirenscape and what they can do for you and your table at their website, Sirenscape.com. With that, I'm going to turn it over to the other side of the table. We're going to learn a little bit about the players and the characters coming in, and then we will dive into our session. So, let's get an introduction. Firstly, for Cameron.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I play Cameron. She is a Water Genasi cleric blood hunter. She's the kind of cleric that would say grace before doing cocaine in the gas station bathroom. I guess she'll be starting the session with all of her third level spell slots today, and most importantly, she's Neri's best friend.
And then next up on our introductions, let's learn about Mary.
Hi, I'm Kelsey, and I'm playing Mary. She's a Water Genasi Ranger Druid. Total badass. But most importantly, she is Cameron's best friend.
Amazing. And joining our lovely water genasis, we have two human fighter types, two guards, Ryan and Randall, the other halves. And with that, we know who is joining in on our story. But now, we have to experience it. And we begin with the four of you in Wintervale, as you are to be meeting with Zulrazi, a fiendish travel agent. The morning that you travel, it is bright and clear. The marketplace bustles with activity. As you are making your way to the boutique that Zulrazi has commandeered for such arrangements, locals nearby give you all waves, smiles, as mortal guardians have become a familiar and recognized face in the city of Wintervale. Entering into the shop, it is as sleek as you remembered the other instances of meeting Zulrazi. She seems to make every space sharp-edged, but stylish, much like herself. And she greets you all as you enter in. Her wide smile painted red lips and, of course, the pointed teeth. Well, it is lovely to see you all. And she welcomes you into the, further into the boutique. Now, allow me to introduce you to, Trifledor. And you see, as she walks you, the sound of her heels clicking on the, hard floor, a gnome-like devilish figure. You see the wide nose, the red tinge to the skin around the edges of his face, the pointed tail that sort of trails him wherever he goes, and the horns curling out of his head. He will be taking you on the tour of the bakeries across the proximal vales.
I was under the impression that you were joining us.
Yes, well, something has come up. There's a convention in Absor. I'm absolutely needed there. But Trifledor is a wonderful guide. Very eager to be taking this tour for you all.
Can I look at Trifledor when she says that, see if he looks nervous or if he's taking the compliments with pride?
Roll an insight check.
That's a 24.
He's a bit nervous.
Oh boy.
Well, I will leave you in his capable hands. As I said, I'm needed elsewhere. Very busy woman. Please, remember to leave a good review. And with that,
Of course.
Zulrazi is gone in a very dramatic swirl of smoke.
I'll lean over to my friends. This guy's so nervous he looks 5 seconds away from dry heaving.
Oh no.
Trifledor
Okay.
looks to your group. I understand that you were hoping for Zulrazi, but the others are here, so please follow me. And he turns and begins to walk further into the lounge. And as he leads you, you see the other figures who will be on your group today. There is a very wizened and plump fairy. Her hair is an upward spiral of green. And oh, are these the people to be joining us? Well, I am very excited to have you here. And she sort of flaps over, her wings working a bit overtime. She gives, like, air kisses to both of you. She smells heavily of, like, makeup powder and floral perfumes. My name is Snow Polybell, but you should just call me Miss Polybell. I've been on so many of these excursions. Rosie has always been perfectly attendant to, and I'm sure that this will be no different than any other tours she offers.
Well, we've certainly heard good things about her from friends.
So, go ahead. No, I would say both of you would be able to notice this. There is movement upon her hips, and you see that there is a two fox-like faces. Oh, dearies, let me introduce you. And she pulls out two sprivets. This is Prunk and Lapouf. They are adorable. And if anyone would like to roll Arcana or Nature.
Would Hunter's Bane apply?
So overwhelmed.
Hunter's Bane would apply.
Oh god, that's the one time I didn't want it to.
Um, they are fey creatures, but sprivets are feline-esque. There's a pointed face, long, skinny bodies with a tail similar to a possum, which can be used to manipulate objects. Sprivets are highly intelligent, clever, often mischievous, and their colors change gradually over time. They resemble the expanse of the Fey sky. In birth, they are a bright orange, like the sunrise, and as they age, they become magenta, lavender, violet, darkish green, blue, indigo, and finally midnight in their final years. These sprivets are still fairly young, as they are about lavender in their colorations. So they've been here for a few years, but they'll be here for a bit longer. However, it is not just Miss Polybell and Pronk and Lapuff going on this tour with you all. You do see two familiar faces from Lavender, duh. But you see two familiar faces as Arl and Belisante Frecklegrim also seem to be ready for this tour. You would
Oh.
recall the Frecklegrims having met at the Feast of Autumn, but become allies over the Verlixian incident and beyond. Mortal Guardians, hello, welcome!
Hey,
Hey,
nicest surprise we've actually had in the past 5 minutes. How are
honestly,
you
how are
guys
you?
been?
Well, Arl is treating us to a bit of a vacation with this tour. We're celebrating our anniversary.
That's lovely.
What brings you all here? And I see you've brought your other halves?
Kind of the same as you, where, we have some time off. Bit of fun. What?
Hmm?
Yeah, bit of fun. As Ryan kind of pulls his attention away from, like, a almost staring match with Pronk and Lapuff.
My goodness. Be
What? I
nice.
got a bad feeling about him.
Just be nice.
I've not done anything.
I'm surprisingly on Ryan's side with this one. I've got a terrible feeling. I don't want to
Every,
punch a Fey fox.
everything is gonna be fine. Nothing is gonna go wrong. It's
And
like
that's
she's trying to convince herself that that's the truth.
that's when Trifledor like steps in. You see that he takes out a handkerchief and like wipes his forehead and then his hands. Yes, fun is in store. I'm very nervous. I've not done this before.
Oh, great.
We've got
Oh,
many
dear.
bakeries ahead. So, let's get moving before we're dead.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, it's a slip of the tongue. I promise no one will get hurt. Not anyone.
My God.
Hyper calm emotions.
What did we do?
I didn't. Oh god.
I feel like I'm starting to shake.
So, with that, Trifledor, he begins to open a door. It's different than some of the other fiends that you've seen open portals. This one seems to spark out of fire that he shifts and grows into a doorway, not rectangular, but open enough for you each to pass through. And you see on the other side a bright daylight, everlasting, as the gateway has been opened to the Court of the Sun in Vale de Fera. Please, step through quickly. I've got this, but everyone with me. And
Oh my goodness.
he leads you all, the full tour group. And you see now that you arrive, he begins to explain. This is the city of Volumianth. It is in the Court of the Sun, always luminant. And down here you see is the Gloam Tide River, but we won't be going there. It's not for us to hither. And you're in this majestic square. There is tall, flourishing structures. There are wispy willow trees that have been around, based on what it looks like, have to be ages, eons. They are large and cover most of the ground. As you understand from your experiences and perhaps some historical aspects, the Vale de Fera time is weird. The skies and the different courts dominate the realm space. So here in the Court of the Sun, it will always be daylight, whether it's morning or midday or evening. Here in Volumianth, it is the Court of the Day. It holds sway in the sky, ever present, and you are being led through this market square. You see now there are numerous shops, a diverse selection of different market stands. It is wild and experience of different smells and sights, the sound of different languages, celestial, sylvan, common, all blending together. Randall lets out a low whistle as he looks around. And definitely not something I see every day.
Have you ever been to Build a Fair?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of.
Look, I've read the books, alright? Face stuff gets weird.
That's fair. I don't know. I mean, Greater Restoration gets rid of, mind messy stuff. We should see if you do have memories of Build a Fair. Not now. We'll let us enjoy whatever this tragedy is going to be first.
Can you stop saying things like that?
Let's enjoy this happy fun time with the tour guide who has every idea of what he's doing.
Listen, I understand that it's not, ideal, but I'm already...
I've studied all the textbooks. No need to give me such dirty looks.
You can hear me.
It's everything underhand. But come, let's move. The bakery. It's just beyond that stand.
You sound seconds away from hyperventilating. Are you okay?
There's a lot of emotions that well up inside. There's excitement, fear. I almost want to hide. But I promised Silverazi. I told her I'd do well. I really need this job. Without this, I'll fail.
I am so worried for your mental health. Never mind this tour. I'm really worried about you.
No need to worry. My payments are in place. I have my business outside of tour guides, where I can better suit my pace.
Is he speaking in rhymes, or is that just me?
I don't know. I like zoned out of this conversation like 3 conversations ago.
I've got Ryan's hand so tight. Don't you leave my side.
He nods, but he's still eyeing the Sprivets, who are just sitting along in Miss Polybell's pocket. And you are led to a bakery. You see, it's along the eastern wall of this square, and it is a flourishing lattice adorned in deep green vines, bright roses, all the shimmering color of the sky at dawn. And you see the name. It is in a very sort of swirling script. Sun-kissed sweet treats. As the door is opened for you by Trifledor, again pulling out his handkerchief, wiping his hands before he grabs the door, he holds it open for all of you to enter in. And as you are entering in, you see that a sun elf is here. She's dressed very noble-like, flowing robes, very much something you would not expect of a baker. But she introduces herself. Welcome, all. I am Elvera. I am the owner of the Sun-Kissed Sweet Treats Bakery. It is a family business. It's been kept in the bloodline for generations. And allow me to give you a tour. She seems almost as if she floats above everyone else here. The other staff you can see are fairies, elves, and spriggans. She starts the tour in the main area, going through all that is on display. We have, of course, the breads and small selective pastries, our candy selection over here, all made in-house, as fresh as possible. And here, I'll even show you into our kitchen. As you all are led on the tour by Elvera into the kitchen, you see that there are numerous crafting stations here. Some, again, for the more specialized treats and pastries, others very more broad in their services, and a candy making area all on its own. There are open storage areas with the various ingredients stacked high and gathered around, light with light, making it very easy for the chefs to see exactly what they need and just reach up and grab whatever it is. And as you are being guided through the area, you see one of these that you pass by have a large crystal basin full of snoozing gummy buds, waiting to be baked into various forms of funny bread, happy cakes, and strudel snubs. If anyone would like to roll for me a Arcana or Nature check.
Would Hunter's Fate apply?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Fate? Hell yeah, I love bakeries.
Cameron was like, I don't want to do this starting off. Cameron, as soon as we get to the bakeries, I'm loving this.
So much lore.
Neri, there's just a lot going on here.
It's a lot.
It all smells so good, but you're also really worried because Cameron keeps saying things about your tour guide. Your tour guide could be speaking in rhyme, but you're not sure.
I just realized I went from a nat 1 to a 2.
Yeah.
Cameron, however, you know that gummy buds are tiny mushroom creatures. They grow in a demiplane of Vale de Fera known as Whimsy Vale. And they do so in the presence of Spongedivas. while they are singing emotionally compelling lyrics. Gummy buds are easily amused, very excitable, and very sticky. They can cast vicious mockery or guidance depending on their mood. And the more tricky aspect of gummy buds is that while they stick to someone, they cause that creature to experience fits of unstoppable laughter.
Cameron's really excitedly just like saying all of this out loud to Randall and Neri and Ryan.
I think I've seen these before.
Really?
Uh-huh. There was a whole thing with Tithway that you weren't there for. We had to like save like the whole realm, but they were there.
They were. And they were affected by the evil Bicorn's magic, Uti. So these ones look a lot less mean and devious, and they're just taking a nice little nap in their little crystal vial. Well, crystal basin, and it's not very little. But as your group is led by the gummy buds through the rest of the kitchens on the tour, unseen to most everyone in the group, Prank and LaPouf glance at each other. And as they move their way around, they start to pick up gummy buds and throw them throughout the kitchen. The cooking staff are now sticking and are being stuck with the gummy buds and falling into a immediate laughter fit. As this happens, what Cameron and Neri would see is Ryan going wide and trying to get everyone's attention to point over to Prank and LaPouf, who are just sitting there innocently. You know, they're grooming themselves and don't tell me you didn't see that.
Huh?
Ryan,
They're being devious. I'll watch them.
you okay, baby, you've been suspicious of these things from the jump.
And just as he's about to say something else, one of the bouncing gummy buds ends up sticking Ryan right on the cheek. And whatever he was about to say is lost to a fit of laughter. Unsure of where the gummy bud came from, it just bounced in, as again, they are quite, gummy. It is it is Mary
Yeah.
who spots this out of the corner of her eye. Wait, maybe Cameron would see this as well. Let me double check. I want to say both of you would actually see this. Ah, goodness. There it is. Yeah, it is Cameron and Neri that would see this out of the corner of the eye. A dwarf who is thicker, a bit stocky, is lumbering over, pouring a batch of strudel snubs when he is stuck by one of the gummy buds. And as he's laughing, he tapes a bowl of even more gummy buds into the mix.
Oh my gosh.
And a basket full of Mudameg spice, which, as you guys would know, based on a horror comment earlier, should always be used in small amounts. There is a rumbling out of the pot as, with the sudden mixture of so many gummy buds and the massive amount of Mudameg spice, as well as the strudel snubs that were already crafted, a massive awakened strudel snub begins to pull itself out. Pronk and Lapuff seem to be frightened by the massive creature and run back to Miss Pollybell's coat, hiding within their designated pockets. But this creature is already aggravated upon its existence and begins terrorizing through the kitchen, grasping several cooks in its doughy and noodle-like appendages. And it is here that we are going to roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Hell yeah.
Nice. Is this a bad time to mention that I did not bring my bow or my sword?
Oh my god.
So,
Let Cameron know she's got a chest in an ethereal dimension and she can just bam and get you a weapon.
while this is all happening, there is a wild magic surge here that happens.
Of course there is.
God damn it.
And this will affect Neri.
Of course it will.
For the next minute,
Uh-huh.
you are unable to speak, because whenever you try, pink bubbles will float out of your mouth.
Awesome.
And as you have this, not only do you have this massive strudel strudel snub, one of the ovens begins to tremble and shake, and as its mouth opens, there is a gout of flame as it seems to have come to life as well.
Amazing.
And
This is so much.
it is so much. Neri will go first here.
Okay, so oh god. So I'm turning to Cameron to try and tell her that I don't have my normal weapon. But pink bubbles come out of me.
Can I insight check to
Um,
see if I pick up what she's putting down?
Like I have weapons. I have my dagger and my axe, but that's it.
I would say you could roll a intelligence check to try and read Neri's lips.
Oh, I have observant. I can read lips.
Oh, if you can read lips, yeah. Neri's trying to say that she doesn't have her normal weapons.
I'll get you something. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Worry
cool.
about whatever's on there.
Amazing. Ryan's still laughing.
Yeah, Ryan's still afflicted by the gummy bud.
Great. Is there any way to stop that?
To get the gummy bud off of Ryan.
Okay, well is it like on him or is it just
Yeah,
like a little...
so
Okay, cool.
what a gummy bud is it's a tiny mushroom, but it's insanely sticky and gummy, so it's like it was bounced onto him, so it's now stuck, adhered. So
Okay.
you have to, it's an action to take a gummy bud off.
Okay, I'm sure he'll figure that out. I'll run in and try and stab this thing.
Okay.
It's a 22 to hit.
Alright, a 22 does hit.
7 piercing.
Okay.
Another 22. For 4 piercing. And that's a 16 on a bonus action.
I believe the 16 will hit.
If it does, it's 7 slashing.
Alright. Yeah, the 16 hits. So, another 7 slashing.
And then well, no, I guess I'm staying put.
So, with that, then, it'll be our NPCs go. As both Ryan and Randall kind of try and get a hold of the situation. Ryan is going to rip off the gummy bud, which leaves a small patch of red, irritated skin, and then tries to shake it off of his hands, and it takes a bit of time to get it off. But in that same moment, Randall is going to grab his sword and stand next to Cameron, and will provide the help action as he waits for your read of the situation. Cameron, it is your turn.
Cool. Cameron's going to take out a small little miniature chest that she has, throw it on the ground like a Pokeball and cast Secret Chest.
Okay.
And inside the chest has a bunch of stuff that she barely ever uses that I've sent screenshots to Kelsey because there's stuff in there for her.
Okay.
Then I forgot to turn into a ghoul. Bonus sec, I can't cast a spell. Nope, that'll be my turn done.
All right. With that, it is going to be our mimic over at the oven mimic, which is going to shoot out a bit of fire into the kitchen. And I need Cameron to make me a dexterity saving throw.
That is a 19.
Alright, so as the glob of fire comes towards you, will take half damage as that is a successful save, which means that is only going to be 16 points of fire damage.
Only? Great.
Only 16. But that is it for our creature, our mimic, which now it's our strudel snub. And as the strudel snub is waving the arms, you hear the snickering of the gummy buds that are on it. Oh, is that little axe gonna do anything to us? And other ones are like, oh no, the axe, that's really sharp! But they start snickering about the things that are closest to them as a doughy arm is coming out towards you, Neri, to try and grab a hold of you. That is going to be a 12 to hit.
No.
And then the second thing that it's going to do is going to throw a dough blob over at Ryan, and that just misses as the dough hits the ground and splats. And that's it for our strudel snub and gummy buds. As Neri, we come back to your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna misty step away, kind of back to where I started.
All right.
And Cameron's got this chest, so I'm gonna grab a bow out of it.
Sounds good. Anything else, Neri?
No, that's it.
All right. It's our NPCs go, and Ryan's gonna move up next to you, Neri, provide the help action. Randall's going to rush in, try and figure out what's going on here. But he sees that preparation for a fight happened, so he's bringing the fight to the creature. Brings his longsword in both hands, slashing down the first time with contact. The second one slashes in. You see the cuts along the dough, the inside starting to spill out, as that is going to be a good amount of damage. But With that, Cameron, it is now your turn.
So I'll firebolt the one that Randall just hit.
Okay, so Randall hit the strudel snub. That hits for sure. Oh wait, that was the dex save.
Yeah,
That
the
hits for
save.
sure.
Like, I didn't roll it yet, I was just going on.
Sorry, there's a lot happening here. You would notice this now is that because this creature is uncooked dough, as your firebolt hits, it begins to cook that area. Um,
I think I messed up.
Maybe, who knows? Um, but now you have one area that is like all baked and starting to puff out, and one of the cooks says, "No, the strudel snubs need to rise," and then is like engulfed by the strudel snub. Um, anything else on your turn, Cameron?
Bonus action, we'll get a spiritual weapon up and just try and bonk this half-baked strudel snub. It's a 33 a hit
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 7 force. And that's my
Lovely.
turn.
It's gonna be our mimics go, and the tongue of fire that is out there is going to try and wrap around Randall, who is up there. But unfortunately does not hit. So Randall dodges out of the way and is like, "Hey, come back to you in a moment." The strudel snub is going to try and wave the noodle arms at Randall, who's now right in front of him. And that is a natural 20 to hit Randall. So what happens here is that as Randall is grabbed and has been like held in the unbaked arm, he is also then sucked inside. There's the sound of the dough encapsulating around him as the strudel snub gets a little bit bigger to accompany for its fillings. And then our gummy buds are just snicker, and I would ask for a wisdom save from Cameron.
That's a 19.
Okay. As they start making the sounds of fish in their high-pitched voices, glub glub, it's all targeted at you. You're able to resist, and you don't take any damage from their vicious mockery. And Neri, it's your turn.
We're gonna shoot a mimic, I guess.
Okay.
First is a 28 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's 10 piercing.
Okay.
And a 26 for 10 piercing.
All right. As the two arrows sort of dislodge two of the knobs and bricks of the oven, more fire just kind of gouts out. Anything else from you, Neri?
No, I can't cast any spells. I'm good.
It is our NPC's turn. There's some sort of vibration in the dough of the strudel snub, meaning that perhaps Randall is still in there trying to fight. And meanwhile, Ryan is going to move in and try and get his bro out. So he pulls out his short sword because he did come prepared for a fight. Paranoia, I guess. And is going to swing down. And in true Ryan fashion, that is a miss.
Love that for him.
So Cameron, it is now your turn.
Okay, damn. Wait, it was the.
So you've
What?
got the strudel snub that has Randall and a cook inside that got partially cooked by your what's it called? Firebolt. But you
Mhm.
also now have an oven that's alive and trying to attack people with its flame tongue. Or, shooting fire at people like it tried to do at you.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be insulting to my man to go for the oven, but it's also funny. So
He appreciates the humor.
yeah. Nah, we'll keep going for the strudel snub. Can it make me a wisdom save?
The strudel snub can make a wisdom save here.
Awesome.
That's natural one.
Great. That's so it's taken damage because I did firebolt it. Unless the firebolt healed it. I don't know the mechanics.
No, firebolt did not heal it.
Oh, thank God. So that is 28 points of necrotic damage to it.
So in the area where it was cooked, now kind of turns like char and charcoal. The other areas start to massively grow as if the yeast has gone out of control, and then it begins to deflate and rot. Mold kind of begins to set in.
Oh.
The gummy buds start screeching. Um, Half of them go quiet. Uh, but anything else on your turn, Cameron?
I need to read up on an ability to see if it actually makes sense to do it. If not, is Neri missing any HP?
No.
No, I don't know if this will work. I was gonna try and do Spellbreaker to get rid of the pink bubbles, but it needs to heal someone. I can't just throw out a healing spell. So bonus action, I'll move the spiritual weapon over to the mimic. And
Okay.
bonk. Which is a 26 to hit
That'll
for
hit.
10 force.
Hell yeah.
That's my turn.
All right. With that, our mimic is going to. I need Mary to make me a dexterity save as the mimic shoots fire at you.
Sure. It's a 17.
All right, so that is a successful save for half of the fire damage.
No, none of the fire damage.
So no fire damage, and you are fine. With that, it is our strudel snub, and dragging behind the rotten arm behind it, it's going to just throw a bit of the rotten dough towards Cameron
Mm.
with a that'll be a 26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So you have this glob of dough and mold, some of the rotten gummy buds just coming straight at you. And as it hits, that is going to be 18 points of bludgeoning damage. And you're sticky. No,
Ew.
you're not mechanically affected, just so you know.
Ew.
And then it's going to do that again at you, Cameron.
God. Haven't I been through enough?
That is another 26.
That's another hit, Faye.
This time it's going to be 26 points of damage, and it mainly gets in your hair.
Oh.
And that's it for our strudel snub. Neri,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna continue shooting the that mimic.
Hey, go for it.
It's natural 20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that hits the mimic.
Okay, cool. That's yeah, 18 piercing. And then a 21
21 hits.
for 11.
Alright, mimic's starting to look real bad, but still up. And with that, it is our NPCs go. Ryan's gonna once more try and get Randall out of this. That's his friend in there. Ryan once again misses.
Oh,
The boys are playing an entirely different game from over there.
honestly.
It's the Sindri quest all over again. Cameron, it's your turn. You've got dough that's rotting all over you. What are you doing?
Crying mostly.
That's my job.
Hashtag just Ranger things.
I'm not just War Genasi things. She
Okay,
isn't
yeah.
here right now.
Yeah, we can play that.
I'm so stressed out over this weird dumbass encounter. We'll just I don't want to firebolt it again. We'll run up, bonus action, activate our Sunblade. Cameron keeps it with her because it's only a long sword hilt until it isn't. And she'll slash and try and get her boy out.
Go for it.
We'll booming blade it.
Alright.
There's no downside. That's a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Awesome. That's 13 points of radiant damage. 22 points of thunder. And 10 points necrotic.
Alright. The strudel snub is starting to look really bad. And it's trembling almost, Cameron. So that was your movement, bonus action, action. I believe that is the end of your turn.
Yep.
It is our mimic's go, and the mimic is going to try and once more wrap the tongue around Neri, just at the edge of its range. Nope. Just grazes by you. That's a 13 to hit. Our strudel snub does nothing this turn. It just is standing there. You kind of see that it's beginning to bloat, as if more of the dough is getting yeast. None of the gummy buds say anything. Neri, you've got the mimic looking bad. What are you doing?
We'll take a shot at the mimic and a shot at the, whatever the hell it's called. I don't remember.
The strudel snub.
That's it. 20 to hit the mimic.
That'll hit the mimic.
That's 10 piercing.
Alright. So
The strudel snub. 30.
no need to roll damage.
Well,
What happens here is there is the burst of magical fire as the oven is beginning to melt and slink down as it is no longer alive. The mimic has been defeated. As Neri, your arrow pierces into the strudel snub, all that built pressure explodes outwards, covering everything in a mixture of dough and gummy buds. Randall and the consumed chefs are fine, but also everyone is kind of now covered in, and as this happens, your tour guide is a little nervous here, but Elvera, the owner of the establishment, is, I am terribly sorry, and she begins to usher everyone out. She provides small gift baskets of some of the prepared treats. I definitely did not mean for any of this to happen. It's been almost 3 weeks since we've had any gummy butt incidents. I am terribly sorry you had to experience that. Thank you, however, for helping us get it all under control. Please take these as a sign of our appreciation and our deepest apologies. And
okay.
at the same time, as you are passing through the kitchen, there are enchantments that you can feel that do a prestidigitation, so all the dough is cleaned off of you as you pass from the kitchen out onto the ground main floor.
What a situation.
Trifledor taking the handkerchief out and patting down his brow. Well, that was a jump. It gave me a bit of a startle, but we must continue on. The tour, it must not toddle. Let us be on our way. I'll make us a new gate. Onwards. Let us go. Our next destination awaits.
Okay, I'm not the only one who hears it now, right? Brian, he's talking in rhymes, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a rhyme scheme.
Okay, good. Okay.
I
Well,
think
we've
he's
got that.
rehearsed it, or if it just happens.
I don't know, but I'm glad that, we've got that. We can all just agree on that. Um,
So, as the fires once more create that doorway, that gate, you see that beyond it is a nightscape. And as you all pass through, here's where we're going to take a quick break. So, please stick around with us while we watch some ads. We will be back very shortly to pick up on our story and our next bakery. We will see you all here back in just a moment. See you soon. Alrighty, we are back in action as our tour guide is now coming back the uh, to their next destination, and we have arrived in the Court of Night, specifically the city of Zin and Thir. It is on the uh, far western coast of the Listless Lagoon. If anyone would like to roll a Arcana or History check.
On Earthsbane?
Uh, yeah, I would say Hunter's Bane would apply here for reasons.
Oh boy.
Improved by 10 whole points.
Hell yeah.
So what Neri recalls is that this is the Court of Night, which means that in the Vale de Fera area, this area will always be shrouded by moonlight and stars, unlike where you just were in the Court of Day. Um, Cameron, however, Zenithir uh, was founded by Dark Elves back in the early ages of Velinara's formation. This was when they fled the chaos of the primal elemental titans and were seeking refuge, and founded in Vale de Fera, alongside their Eladrin cousins. In the modern age, it has joined the Court of Night, and is governed by a council of Dark Fae. However, the majority rulership is still held by Dark Elven families, claiming heritage from the original founders. As you are entering, you uh, are, however, found. However, you have found your way to Zinandir. You are not where you expected to be, as you're not at your second bakery. Um, in the majestic city, the wide highland under the shade of huge and ancient blackwood oaks, in the uh, range of the Sablebark mountain ridge, you've been shunted out of the vales in the midst of this ornate garden upon a noble estate. And as you are here, um, roll for me perception checks.
Smell or hearing?
It is hearing.
Oh, hell yeah. I've had advantage on nearly every check this session.
Cameron and Neri, you hear the shrieks from high above, and there's just enough time to take cover as the uh, creatures are, it looks to be dive bombing, swooping down toward you all. And you see them now that you kind of duck around and you take cover. They are wallabats, and it seems that the whole city is presently attacked under these things. Go ahead, roll for me Arcana or Nature check, please.
Hunter's been.
Yeah, Hunter's Bane. Uh, Mary, you just have enough to recognize that these are wallabats. You're not quite pulling on the specifics of the threats that wallabats can present. Uh, but Cameron, you have it as uh, they are strange, bat-like creatures, dim-witted, blind, but are more rodents than bats in their bodily shape and composition. However, they have a very unusual ability to see through the veils. Using a loud screeching call, it manipulates the veils around them, allowing them to see. However, the unfortunate side effect is this causes unpredictable and bizarre fluctuations in magical phenomena. The two of you know that there are two options here. You can try and fight your way through the uh, incursion of the Wallabats to get to the city's market district, or you can try and move quickly, quietly.
How many do we have in our group?
You have the four of you.
Uh-huh.
You have Aurel and Belisante Fragelgrim, and you have Miss Polybell and
Mm-hmm.
your tour guide. So a total of 8, plus the
Okay,
Spribbits.
cool. I mean, do they really count?
No, they don't really count.
Okay. Uh, um, well, I suggest that we move around them. If I could go sideways.
They go around. And if it does come down to a fight, at least I tried something.
Mm-hmm. And
Forgive
I'll
me
cast.
for speaking out of line, but I must agree with the Immortal Guardians. I am not one as a fighter unless the battle is in the Noble's Court, Aurel will say.
Mhm. If everyone sticks close to me, I can help everybody kind of keep quiet. And I'll cast pass.
Okay. As Pass Without a Trace falls over all of you, you start your progression towards the city market. uh, Trifaldor taking the lead. I apologize for our missed uh, attendance, but as we travel a just more and not be so tense. The bakery is near. I promise you that. You just have to get to the market without being caught by a wallabat.
Wow, what a journey that was.
So, as you are moving, let's get those stealth rolls.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, good thing that there's a plus 10, right?
Hopefully it helps.
Quiet, Cam, please.
I tried my best.
So, as you are passing through, people hiding away from the uh, ongoing ongoing attack of the Wallabats. There is the shrieks ahead, and so there are plenty of strange things that happen around you. Startling Cameron for a moment, almost breaking the stealth, is just the random appearance of a riding horse right in the center of your group. But doesn't do anything aggressive, just kind of stands there, looks around before heading off on its own. And you have Randall next to you, Cameron. That was weird. You good?
I am coping.
Well, it could have been worse. Let's just, look on the bright side.
You know, when you say that, you're usually meant to follow it up with something.
I'm trying to think of things that, aren't some of the world ending stuff that we've gone through to keep the mood light.
Again, you're usually meant to follow that up with something. Do you have any examples or no?
All of my examples would be a real downer. So I think I'm just gonna keep it awkward. I think that'll be the best bet.
Cameron gives him a hug and continues on while holding his hand.
So as you guys move, you get out of the estate gardens, but now have made it to the street uh, and have to get to the marketplace. So another round of stealth checks, please.
Okay.
All right, stealth check for the boys. Not as good. Stealth check
Got
for
it.
the tour group. Very good. Um, so as uh as you all are moving through the streets, there is a moment where all of a sudden Ryan gets very tense as a wallabat screeches like maybe 15 feet away from your group. But it is loud, and uh Ryan would be the closest one to this thing, so he just goes stock still, hoping that he's not seen. In that same moment, again, the tearing of the veils causes strange magics. Um, the area becomes filled with butterflies and flower petals that just travel over everything. And you wait just a few moments, and the Wallowbat seems to head on without issue. It seems that Ryan was just out of the range of the sight.
Just squeeze his hand. You okay?
I almost had a heart attack there, I swear.
Please don't do that.
Trying not to.
Everything's fine.
So, as you navigate the streets, you get to the market uh, square, and uh, Trifalor, uh, look, over there, the bakery, I see. Look, over there. Come on now, after me. And he's gonna start making the way. One last stealth roll, please.
He's gotta rehearse the rhymes, right? He's gotta be. He's not just making us up.
Every time he speaks, I want to punch him.
I understand that,
I know
honestly.
you do. This is a new feeling for me. I've never wanted to do that just by hearing someone speak. I get it.
It gets easier. I
Does it?
promise. It
Does it?
really does.
I'm gonna need somebody to hold me back eventually.
That's what best friends are for.
Okay. I love you.
I love you so much.
So, as you guys make your way across, you do see the doorstep of more cells and more souls. It is a crookedly curious multi-level bakery. Uh, it's a deep night blue, and the door is painted a bright green. As you duck in, evading some of the wallabats outside, uh, you're quickly ushered in by Trifledor, and as the door closes, you see that the interior is brightly lit with glowing light bugs drifting about the various fey creatures that go about their mixing, rolling, seasoning, baking, and testing. Trifledor stands and begins to look around for the figure that would be greeting them, and very much it is apparent as you see a sort of very flamboyant, gregarious pixie that is right there waiting at the door. Bright smile. Welcome, welcome. I am Winnie Mint. I will be guiding the tour here at Morsels. I will show you all of our unique breads, our treats, and special in-house creations. A little bit of history. Morsels and Morsels is owned and overseen by our partners G. Morsels and L. Morsels. And points to a portrait nearby. You see it is a two-headed cauldron. And our esteemed partners are upstanding members of the Court of Night, which we are quite proud of. Go ahead, give me perception checks here, please.
Oh, no.
Hearing or smell?
No, this is sight-based.
Okay.
Both of you are able to spot, as you're looking around inside, kind of taking things in, there is a high above the three staggered floors. overlooking each of them is a giant gourd suspended in the air, hollowed out and transformed into an office. An office where you see the morsels uh, currently sitting and seems to be relaxing. You even spot, Nary, that each of the morsels has a glass of red wine, one in each arm, and reading from a scroll that contains likely business reports.
Good for them.
Uh, and the interior of, as Winnie Mint begins to lead you all through more cells and more souls, the interior bears a resemblance to some sort of haunted forest. There are cobwebs in the that as you get to the kitchen, there are cobwebs holding up recipes, dishes, utensils, all within easy reach. As Winnie explains, she points out the magical, semi-intelligent spiders living on the ceilings, and we keep most of our tools in cocoon storage. It is quite uh, innovative. Anyone of our staff, the pixies, fairies, brownies, all who are handling much of the work, just shout out for a particular tool, a pan, a pot, or anything else that they might need, and one of the spiders just sends it down, just along the webbing.
Lean into Cameron. Primordial. How many spiders do you think get into the bread
At least 3
a day?
a second.
Oh, there we go.
You also would notice that above the 3 floors, near the gourd that hangs in the center, floating around are 4 sprites, and they play very haunting music. And the song that they sing is dismally spirited. It's a strange combination, but it seems to work as all the staff seem to hum along as they bake.
Actually, I kind of like the vibes of this place.
It's not bad.
Let me get some.
Oh god. Kelsey, she's typed spooky into Sirenscape.
Did she really? Oh no.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's like it's happened. I want to go
Oh
home.
no, I don't like it.
I'm gonna throw up. Oh god.
So,
Hear it.
as you
Oh,
guys
Randall's hand.
move through, um, there is a sort of banging on the windows. Wallabats outside trying to make a ruckus, but the windows are kept closed and provide cover from such mayhem. However, as you all move, there is a scene unseen to most. Pronk the Poof, eyes glued to the bats that flutter near a window on the 2nd floor. The Sprivets sneak away. This time, Ryan reaches back to try and get the attention of Randall as they sort of dash through the legs of Bakers, but then the Sprivets are gone, and The boys are looking at nothing, just the baker's legs. And as the sprivets curl their bodies around the webs, they carefully make their way up to the window. The sprivets share a snicker as the latch is pulled. The glass to the window opened, and 3 wallabats make their way into the bakery, loud shrieks coming through, and the magic of the shriek sends spiders into a frenzy. Webs are launched, kitchen implements are wildly thrown throughout the area. Bakers are in a panic, they scream and shout. Some are taking cover beneath their workstations, and several magical concoctions spring to life, begin running amok. Several pastries jump up as their magical ingredients are struck by the wallabat's shrieking sounds. Hobble legs animate, chasing the cooks, kicking them as they run. There is a bowl of wobble waffles that expands and climbs out of its dish, giggling, tackling those that are too close. And you see as 2 large loaves of monster bread sprout mouths, chomping. Batch of troll fingers leap from its baking sheet, running around, poking, jabbing everyone in sight. You guys have to, as you guys are now working together to try and subdue the wallabats, as well as the crazed pastries, to at least bring this to a normal situation. We're gonna roll initiatives here.
Awesome. It's another situation in the bakery.
Just another situation.
Hmm. Everything's totally normal.
Oh no! Where is it?
There it is.
Alright, so. We have fighting music. We'll just go for this one again. Alright. As the situation begins down here, you hear that the quartet begins to pick up a more enthusiastic pace, as it seems they are trying to cover the noise of this calamity, perhaps to keep the bosses from overhearing what could be happening during this tour. And it is going to be firstly Cameron who gets to go. After Cameron, it will be our wallabats, our NPCs, Neri, and our pastries. So, Cameron, how are you doing?
My bets. How much of anything can I get in a 30-foot cube?
You could get a whole mess of everything in a 30-foot cube, but you have all sorts of staff members interspersed in there as well, just in case it's in any creature.
Morals. I'll run over to one of the wallabats. I'll booming blades. I'll activate Sunblade again. I definitely wouldn't have came into the bakery with a glowing sword.
Okay.
Then I'll booming blade and stab at it.
Go for it.
It's a 23 a hit.
Yeah, that hits a wallabat.
That's 8 points of radiant. 5 necrotic. and 18 thunder.
Which, because it relies on a lot of its echolocation, it is vulnerable to thunder damage.
Awesome.
Which means that is one Wallabat down.
It's my turn done. I'll get into melee with another one if I can, and that's me.
Alright, so with that, where does our Wallabats go? Of which there are now 2. I'm going to ask for con saves from everybody.
Damn. Damn. Twinsies!
Twinsies!
Look at us!
They're so cute.
I
Alright.
know.
So the tour group is fine on their con save. However, the one that I rolled for the boys was a natural
Oh.
one.
Oh,
Yeah, the
no.
boys!
15, however, is enough for a success. So you, along with the tour group, will only be taking half damage from the screech. As it tears through, that is going to be 18 points of psychic damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful, and those that are failed are subject to a roll on the wild magic table.
Of course they are.
So,
Boys are gonna
Ryan,
lose their hair.
Ryan first, one of the pastries, the massive monster bread that has the chomping mouths, just disappears.
Oh.
Ryan, I don't know what happened. I just wanted that thing out of here. Randall. Seemingly nothing happens to Randall.
Seemingly.
Huh?
Seemingly.
Okay.
And then that is it for our Wallabats. It is the boys go, as well as the rest of the NPCs. And, you hear Winnie Mint, the manager that has been leading you around. Oh no, the morsels are going to... They can't notice this. Please, I know that your other friend is helping, but we need as much help as we can get. The bosses hate workplace interruptions. So she's begging for assistance. And so Ryan's going to provide help for Neri. Randall rushes in next to Cameron and will put his back against yours to protect it, and will provide help for you. And... yeah. That'll be all that the NPCs do right now. Neri, it is your turn.
Okay, cool. We have 2 of those Wallabats.
2 Wallabats left, 6 dancing hobblelegs, 3 giggling wobble waffles, a bouncing monster bread, and 12 troll fingers.
Oh, good grief. Okay. I'm gonna focus on these bats first, so I'll take a shot at both of them. First is a 20
20 will hit a Wallabat.
for 6 piercing, and the other is a natural 20.
Woo.
That's 14 piercing.
Alrighty. Wallabats are hit.
I'll cast Hail of Thorns for my next turn.
Alright, and you cast Hail of Thorns, waiting for the next one. And then our pastries are going to go about, and the hobble legs are going to bounce around. They seem to step in and out of the shadows. And Cameron, can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
I absolutely can. That's an 18.
All right. You are able to move out of the way as the hobble leg comes bounding over, almost as if it's a basketball being dribbled, and it tries to bounce into you, but you are fine. The giggling wobble waffles come forward, and they're just very rubbery as they try and slam into Neri. That is going to be a. It's going to be an 8 to try and hit you.
No.
So, because they're so rubbery and oversized, they have very poor aim, and you're able to easily dodge out of the way. The I need from both Mary and Cameron a athletics or an acrobatics check. All right, Cameron, you're fine. And Neri, you're fine. As the troll fingers, these small little, almost ladyfinger type pastries and cookies try to tickle you, crawling over your areas, but your legs and sides, but are unable to get anywhere that actually is ticklish, at least on this turn. But that's
proficiency.
they don't have proficiency, it seems. But that is it for our pastries, as they are going. You would see that throughout the area of the pastries that there are a group of troll fingers that did not come to you that are chasing both Pronk and Lapoof through the kitchen as they are now on their way back to Miss Polybell. And it is now Cameron, back to the top of the round. What are you doing?
Will booming blade and slash another wallabat.
Go for it.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's 9 points of radiant, 9 points necrotic, and 14 points of thunder.
That is a wallabat down. There is one wallabat and many pastries that are left.
No, what's the range of this spell? How far away is Neri from me?
I would say Neri's about maybe 15 feet.
Okay, I'll run over to Neri and I'll magic weapon the longbow. Well, not a big one. You're good at that. So it's just a +1, just in case
Plus
there's
one.
any magical damage resistance or anything.
Got it.
So,
That's my turn.
with that, we have one wallabat that is left. We'll release another screech, trying to figure out who's nearby it. And I need a... I'm going to need everyone to make me a con save again.
Nice.
Ooh.
So, that's going to be, the boys fail again. Tour group is fine. That is 23 points of psychic damage on a failed save. Half as much on a successful.
Cool.
And I need, a D100 roll from Cameron and Mary.
Forgot of this. Oh, 99.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Mary,
Yeah?
you regain all expended spell slots.
You no way.
Cameron,
Yeah.
a creature of your choice is transported to the Nine Hells.
Randall pumpkin. Who's that?
So sorry.
Who's that person with the sprivets?
Miss Polybell?
Yeah.
Miss Polybell has been nothing but nice to you, but okay. So,
Sorry.
Polybell is gone. And at the same moment, it is, the monster bread that, that Ryan had sent out,
Yeah.
comes back. It seems that, the Nine Hells, is only for a few moments. Speaking of Ryan,
Yeah.
he, since he failed the save, gets affected by a, wild magic. Alright, Mary,
Yeah.
just because you're Ryan's other half,
Mm-hmm.
can you roll for me, 5d6?
Oh my god. Okay.
Cool, thank you. I've got a note for
Yeah.
Ryan.
I'm sorry.
And then Randall. So, can, Cameron, since you're Randall's other half, can you roll for me a d4?
Maybe. It's a 4.
Great, I've got a note for Randall.
Oh my god.
Is he like poisoned for like 4 somethings? Remember that happening to me in one of Dohany's quests?
We'll find out.
Boy.
Uh,
Alright. I actually have to write down that note because it will affect me. So, with that, that is at the end for our Wallabats. Our NPCs are gonna go. Both of you get help again from Randall and Ryan. The Miss Polybell is somewhere in the Nine Hells. Mary, it's your
yeah.
turn.
I'll shoot a wallabat. Ugh. It's a 25 to hit. For 3 piercing, and I need a dex save.
Does that include your bonus from the magical weapon spell?
I get a bonus from a magical weapon spell. I just added a longbow +1.
That would be it then.
Uh-huh.
So that is a 14 on the dex save.
That is 12 piercing,
Okay.
and then an 18 to hit,
18 hits.
and that's 12 piercing.
All Wallabats are down, leaving just the pastries that are going wild and rampaging.
Cool.
Anything else from Nary?
No.
Great. Our pastries are gonna go. And since they couldn't tickle, they are going to try and poke as our troll fingers go about. 12 to try and poke Nary.
No.
Another 5 to try and poke Nary. And a 17.
That one will do it.
1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Oh boy.
17
Damn.
to poke Cameron.
Yeah.
1 point of bludgeoning damage. 22 to poke
Ouch.
Cameron.
Yeah.
1 point of bludgeoning damage. And
Why?
11.
11 messes. Imagine if I had corruption points.
I know,
Oh
right?
my goodness.
At the same time, the monster breads, the one that came back from the hells seems frightened and doesn't do anything this round. The other one bounces and rolls over and is going to try and take a chomp out of Ryan. It successfully takes a chomp out of Ryan.
Absolutely not.
So that is, never thought bread could hurt. Ow. the Wobble Waffles, one of them is coming over towards you, Cameron. You can see it's almost like waving like a flag in the wind as it tries to wrap itself around you with the momentum. It's a natural one. Doesn't hit. And with that, it is the end of our pastries go. As again, Pronk and Lapouf are chased around by troll fingers, but they don't seem to catch on to the sprivets. And Cameron, pastries.
Cool. We'll just. Can I just punch one of the troll fingers?
Yeah.
It's a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
It's 6 bludgeoning.
It crumbles.
Awesome, I'm not gonna roll the necrotic then. Bonus action will spiritual weapon. And wait, for both of those, like 1 bludgeoning, I need to make concentration checks, and I just remembered that. So as long as I don't roll a 2. Yeah, it's fine. Sorry, I just remembered that. Like, that's so inconsiderate. Bonus action, I'll spiritual weapon, and I'll bonk another troll finger.
Go for it.
I've lost my stats, there we go. That's a 23 a hit.
Yeah, it crumbles.
It's 10 bludgeoning.
If anyone hits
force.
a troll finger, it's got 1 HP. It's a cookie.
Yeah, what if you get like negative strength though, and then you hit it for 0 bludgeoning?
Then you just gotta cry about that. That's
Unfortunate.
yeah. Our NPCs are gonna go, and as God, I'm gonna hate myself for this. Randall slides up next to Cameron, gonna punch the last troll finger on you. That's a natural.
Oh my god.
So it just crumbles apart, and he puts a hand for a high five, and he's like, "Yeah, let's get it!" As his voice is now 4 octaves higher. Oh shit, I hate this!
End of my
Oh my
high
God.
fives. That's so adorable.
Oh no.
So, Randall almost immediately retracts the high five, hearing his voice. But that's it for our NPCs. Ryan will provide help for Neri.
Thank you.
Neri. You've got troll fingers, you've got wobble waffles, monster breads, and hobble
We're-
legs.
We're gonna go for the monster bread.
Alright,
Fighting my mans. 30 to hit.
for sure.
It's 11 piercing. You know what? And then an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
And that's 12 piercing.
That is a monster bread gone.
Awesome.
So there's just one left, and that's the one that looks frightened. And anything else from you, Neri?
No.
Our pastries are gonna go. 2 of the 3 wobble waffles are gonna try and wrap around both Cameron and Neri. A 12 towards Cameron,
Nope.
an 18 towards Neri.
Yep.
It's gonna be 13 bludgeoning damage, and you are held. And then you feel the world go topside as you are knocked prone in this grapple.
Oh no.
And it's a plush landing. You're in the
Uh-huh.
wobble waffle, but you're also
Nice.
in the wobble waffle.
Is it nice and cozy in here?
It is.
Okay, so I'm not that mad.
Yeah, it's a little weird on the texture because it's very rubbery, but otherwise, you know, it's warm, freshly baked. And You still have the troll fingers. Can you give me either an athletics or an acrobatics check?
It's a disadvantage for me, huh?
No.
Okay. Oh,
They try and tickle you again, but it seems that the Wobble Waffle has impeded their tickling capabilities. Uh, Cameron, it's your turn.
Okay. Could I get? What could I get within 5 feet of me if I shimmied around a wee bit?
If you moved around, you could get either the Wobble Waffle, all of the Hobble Legs. Like you've got the one Wobble Waffle on you. You can
Mhm.
move and get all the Hobble Legs that are kind of creating a jig around one of the bakers and kind of keeping him locked away from everyone else. Um, there's also the other monster bread that's a little scared of everything.
I'll get all the hobble legs just because they seem like they'll be squishy. Can they all make me con saves?
Sure. First one's an 18,
Fails.
14,
Fails.
5,
Fails.
and 16.
I'll fail and we'll take 20 points of radiant damage.
Cool. All the Hobble Legs stop dancing.
Damn. Bonus action, spiritual weapon will move over to. Did I cast a spiritual weapon? I did. A spiritual weapon will move over to the waffle that was on me
Okay,
and bonk it.
go ahead.
It's a 28 to hit
All right.
for 8 points of force damage.
You see the sort of ripple of the impact down the Wobble Waffle. And at the end of that is when Miss Polly Bell comes back. She looks like aghast, frightened, and that's when Pronk and LaPuff kind of dash over, and she seems a bit relieved having her babies now as they head into their satchel and sort of burrow in.
I'm a horrible person.
Our NPCs are gonna go. Ryan's gonna try and get Neri out. Ryan does successfully get you pulled out of the embrace of the Wobble Waffle, Neri.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Randall very much is trying to keep his mouth closed as he goes in for an attack against the Wobble Waffle that went after Cameron.
Did we get like some effort sounds though? Some really high pitched efforts.
No, that's too much ask. But he does get a natural 20. So I guess the high pitch is doing something for him. So that'll be bam. So all right, one Wobble Waffle has gone down. We have two that are still up. And it is now Neri, your turn.
Oh, okay. But we still have little, the fingers?
You still have troll fingers on you, yes.
Okay, I'll punch a couple of them.
Okay, go for it.
The first is a 23.
Yeah, that'll hit. Troll
Cool.
finger crumbles.
Awesome. And then a 22.
Yeah. Crumbles.
That's my turn.
Cool. You still have one that's just trying to like inch its way along to try and tickle you. That's how our pastries go. The one trying to tickle Neri is gonna go for it. Live your life. It fails. That's a 7.
Bless him. Can I let him? He's doing his best.
Why don't you give me a performance check to try and make him feel better?
Oh, goodness. It's natural 20.
You really kind of start laughing and sell the fact that you're being tickled. You can't really tell because, again, it's just an animated pastry, but he might be glowing with his effort.
Oh, bless.
The other wobble waffles are gonna. The one that's on the ground is going to spend its turn getting up, and again, like there's the whole thing of like its momentum and it's all rubbery, getting launched around. The other one is gonna go for Randall, not Ryan. Um, and as it sort of tries to wrap itself around Randall, Randall's easily able to sidestep. The other monster bread, however, is gonna go bouncing and rolling over towards Cameron and try and take a bite. That is a 19.
19 hits.
Okay. That'll be 9 points of piercing damage.
Awesome.
So, with that, the end of our NPCs go. But you do hear where Winnie Mint is looking around the kitchen and calling to the other workers.
All right, come on, we gotta hurry, so the morsels don't see the mess. We gotta clean this up.
And as she says this, kind of looking up, quick glance out, you see from the gourd where the morsels stand up, moving towards the door, almost pushing it open, but then return to their desks and continue to work and read. And Neri. Wait, no, that was the pastry's turn. Cameron, we come back to your turn.
Awesome. Oh, damn it. We're gonna shift into a ghoul.
Amazing.
That's the socially acceptable thing to do in a bakery in Belvedere. Trust me, I'm really good with social situations.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll start clawing at the monster bread that chomped me.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Awesome, that's 11 points of slashing
Okay.
and 8 points necrotic.
That's a monster bread down.
And then we'll start clawing at the waffle still
Oh.
there.
Yeah, there's still a wobble waffle.
I'll start clawing at that.
Okay.
It's a bonus action. This is a 16 to hit.
A 16 will hit a wobble waffle.
Awesome. That's 9 points of slashing and 8 points necrotic.
Alright, wobble waffle's starting to look a little rough, but still standing, and it's our NPCs go. Randall's gonna try and help out Cameron, and we'll provide the help action. Neri, you get the help from Ryan. You have 2 wobble waffles, and a handful of troll fingers left. One on Neri, the other's just kind of running around. As Neri, we come to your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave this troll finger alone for a little bit. I'll shoot a wobble waffle. It's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit a wobble waffle.
It's 7 piercing. And a 23 for 11.
Alright, that second wobble waffle's starting to look a little hurt as well. Mighty hurt. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright. Our pastries, the wobble waffles are gonna try and smack both of you. Just use their capable flabby existences. 19 to hit Cameron.
Yep.
For that'll be 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you are thwacked.
Magical?
It is not magical.
Awesome.
And then a 5 will miss Neri.
Bless him.
The The troll finger on your side, Neri, tries to poke you with a 2.
Oh.
But you're fine. Cameron, you've got 2 wobble waffles, a handful of troll fingers. What are we doing?
Um, is there anything within like 2 things within 5 feet of each other?
Yeah, that would be the handful of troll fingers that were chasing after the sprivets.
Cool. How many are there?
About 6.
There's 6 of them. I'll run up into the middle of them and cast Word of Radiance, so they need all make me con saves.
All of them fail.
Awesome. They all take a horrible roll of 14 points of radiant damage.
All the troll fingers are dead. They
Awesome.
all of, except for the one on Neri.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a different horde.
But
Bonus section, I'll move my spiritual weapon over to a waffle still exists.
2 waffles still exist.
Go to the waffle I was bonking last turn.
Okay,
That's a 21 to hit
it's a waffle.
for 14 points of force damage.
That's a waffle down. There's just 1 left.
That's my turn done.
At this point, it's our NPCs go. And Ryan is going to take a swing at the wobble waffle. Ryan actually will hit. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
And that is a wobble waffle down. The cooks are climbing out and beginning to tidy up everything, but now Neri, it comes to your turn. All that you have left is this troll finger.
Oh. I'll punch him.
Go for it.
Hope you miss.
It's a
Dramatic
24
work.
to hit.
Damn.
That'll hit.
It's
All
3
right.
bludgeoning.
With that, your combat comes to a close. You're no longer bound by initiative, and as the baker's calming down and begin cleaning up, we're going to take a quick break here for our ads. So stick around with us in chat, but we will be back here very shortly to continue on with our tour of bakeries. We'll see you real soon. All right, we're back, and the strange pastries that had come alive under the Wallabat's influence have been successfully defeated. And as the bakers begin to calm down, begin to clean up their stations, you all hear the door of the huge gourd as it opens, the morsels leaning their heads out. Winnie Mint? Winnie Mint! Is everything all right? We thought we heard someone call our name. Very quickly, Winnie Mint flutters to turn back towards the bosses.
Nope, just some excitement over how efficient everyone has been tonight.
You can see some dubious concern as the morsels squint downwards. But then it is brushed aside. Excellent. Well, keep up the good work. And the door is closed as they return to their readings. Um, Returning to the tour, Winnie taking some breaths to calm down as things seem to have smoothed out after that. Um, as you are seen to the door at the end, Winnie gives a gracious bow. Thank you so much for your help in there. Thank you again so much.
Hey, you got it.
As you finish up in more cells and more souls, Trifledor thank you for the tour, Winnie Mint. But quickly now, our next stop, it is imminent.
Oh my god.
And Trifledor creates the fiery doorway, and you see it is another darkened place, a little bit more gray, a little more dismal, as your group continues onward into the more barren landscape that is Gloom Noir. And let us get some. As you arrive in Gloom Noir, you are just outside of the bakery. It seems that you've gone on course, luckily. You look up at the title of, or the name of the storefront, Our Breadly Departed. You see that the front face of the shop is a warped tombstone, an etched mural of baked loaves, pies, and cakes, outlined by strands of bread interwoven with flowering vines. You would know from the sort of primer given on the bakeries that Our Breadly Departed is run by a mysterious figure, one rarely seen, a Count Basile, a ancient chef, mastery of baked goods that is unmatched. It is rumored that he is a vampire. He takes the form of a tall elf. There is long white hair, and from those who have seen him, they say that he levitates, glides through the kitchens and on the floors, meeting guests. You all enter in, and inside it is strange. It is. There are no lights. None of the staff seem to be present. The serving counter and the wall behind it are blank, as if there's no way to enter into the facility. You don't. You do smell the faintest sense of aged honey and old rye bread, but nothing else.
I'm so on edge. This can't just be a normal bakery.
Yeah,
Something's gonna happen. I'm just waiting for it.
I don't. Oh no. I feel like I'm gonna start shaking again. I feel it starting, and I don't like it.
It's I don't care if anything happens, but it's just the suspense leading up to it.
You don't care if anything happens.
It's going to happen. I know it's
We,
going to
this was
happen.
supposed to be relaxing and fun, and we've
was.
been working the whole time.
That went out the window 2 bakeries ago.
Cam,
Something's going to
please,
happen.
please stop yelling at me.
As Neri starts to cry, Belisante going over to start comforting the candles all about ignite. And drifting into the chamber from behind a long black curtain, you do see Count Basile, this tall, wizened elf, the long white hair, and roll a perception checks for me, please.
Damn. I'm about
So,
to try to stop Neri from crying. Neri, I'm sorry. Sorry.
No,
No, it's. I
I
didn't
am.
mean to yell.
This was supposed to be fun. I just wanted us to have fun, and everything's going wrong.
We will have fun. It's fine.
Neri,
It's.
you can confirm the rumors that Count Basile is a vampire as you watch the appearance as he makes his way in.
Hmm.
As you look, you can see that there is a that Basile in life must have been Osrin, but on death, the skin has turned ebony. Eyes are white with a soft red glow, and the laugh lines of his cheeks pulled deep into the expression. He wears fine black and crimson suit, a long ashen cape that folds over his arms, and welcome to our brightly departed. I am Count Basile, and my desperate apologies for our delays here in service. We have had a slight problem in our kitchen.
Neri.
It is quite unexpected, you see. I'll not trouble you with the details, but one of our chefs has become vexed. Perhaps you can come back at a later date.
I'm a cleric. If you don't mind, I'd be happy to help.
It is, of course, appreciated, but unnecessary, as this is you were not called here to handle our situation. But, of course, you've asked for the information, and my kitchen manager and one of my master chefs, Croissant, is experiencing a vexatious fit of malcontent over misplaced utensils. It's at this point that 3 skeletal hags appear almost out of thin air and seem to talk over Count Basile, gentle terms. It's unbridled rage. Madder than a mutt. Simply unfit for company.
They're just upset because they lost their spatulas or something.
The Count continues. Sometimes, Croissant has bits of emotion requiring a coaxing, if you will, to raise his spirits.
I understand.
We've been, unfortunately at present, unable to penetrate his disgruntlement and persuade him to return to his duties. It is terrible for him to experience such unpleasantness, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And doubly so for the rest of the staff to have to witness it. One of the hags, you can see the name tag, Papricel. We've even attempted magic. Eagerly nodding. Another one, Safrinda, on the apron. We did indeed. The last one you can see is Kayani, who just nods.
Has anyone tried, I mean, it's in the nicest way possible, slapping some shit into him? Get some sense in there? Usually works like 40% of the time.
Please don't try and slap me to prove a point.
I would never.
Okay.
If perhaps you could, before we try your method of slapping, sent into Croissant, perhaps try to reason him. If it doesn't work out, we could always offer you something of our gift shop in exchange for your efforts.
You have a gift shop?
We do. We've been around for quite a while and built up a bit of a reputation.
I can't go to a gift shop without Gail. He'd be real mad.
Well, we will be, hopefully, in business for quite some time into the future. You may always return.
I'll bring him down.
So, assuming that this is an agreement to attempting to calm down Croissant, Basile leads you towards the cooking hall. You pass by several exhausted skeletal zombie cooks. They've likely been trying to deal with Croissant. Some seem bruised and banged up, as if there's been some sort of gladiatorial combat. Please roll for me some perception checks.
Fine.
So it kind of takes you by surprise as you don't hear anything until there is a rumble, a crash of pots, pans, glass shattering, and then a shout, a roar almost. No touch my spoons! And as this happens, Kayani, one of the hags,
Oh, he's still sensitive, it seems.
Basile turns to the group. Don't be deterred by his present temperament. He's actually a brilliant chef, an instructor with a gentle soul. A roar in the background, massive and loud. He's published several peer-reviewed volumes on the arts of cuisine using ingredients from Vale d'Umbre. My spoons!
Oh my
The
goodness.
heavy voice from the kitchen, and then there is a crash against the metal door. It seems to even bulge outward with a dent, which causes Count Basile to wince before he gestures to the door. Well, shall we?
I don't know. Should we?
What's the worst that could happen? As long as we don't touch any of his spoons, I think we'll be okay.
Hey.
So, heading towards the cooking hall, you enter in, and what waits for you there is a monstrous sight. Krishant is a huge undead flesh golem. There are cooking attachments affixed to the extra 5 limbs that he has, the 5 arms.
You see that his head is that of a massive boar, a very large metal bowl on the top of it. His rotund body features an expansive cooking apron that is fitted with dozens of blades, spatulas, and skewering implements. Behind you, where Count Bazil is, if all else fails and you, well, if all else fails, you must, disassemble him.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
Disassemble him. I suppose we can write off his eventual medical repairs bills under additional research, as he turns to one of the hags,
I know a
Kayani.
guy.
Um,
If you need recommendation.
recommendations wouldn't hurt. As Kayani takes a drink from a flask, it is filled with a black and oily liquid and shakes her head almost as if it'd be a shame to have to go down that path.
A whole
Yeah.
crew of people we want to bring along now, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Come back then.
Yeah, I'll get you some information after. It'll be.
So, with that, there is a thinning of the veils that happens here as well.
Of course.
Sorry.
I don't think that you are.
I'm not.
Oh. Oh no. Okay, cool.
Went from oh no to okay kill.
I thought it was a worse one than it was. Okay, we'll have that. So, Cameron, your hands get very icy very quickly.
Mhm.
As, for the next minute, any object, or a 2 by 2 foot, area of liquid that you touch, will freeze instantly. And, Mary,
Mhm.
I need you to make me a dexterity save, please.
Oh my god.
I actually need you and Cameron to make me a dexterity save.
It's a 19.
It's also a 19.
20.
Look at us.
Ryan
We're
and
16.
Randall fail.
Oh
Of course
god.
we do.
As Nary, you conjure a pool of grease around you, and both Ryan and Randall slip in it as they try and step, and they fall prone on their backs. Ugh. That wasn't comfortable at all.
Sorry.
Oh, wait, is his voice still high?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Didn't realize. Wait, was there 2 wild magics?
Yeah, I thought it was the one where I have to roll for a whole minute. But it was only 2. So, yeah. So you had the one that hit Cameron, the one that hit Nary, and then it seems that Randall's voice is still a higher octave.
Fix that.
Let's not fix. Let's never fix that.
Oh my god.
I'll find someone to fix it. As he pulls into a seated area. I really hate talking this high.
I love it so much. You're so
It's actually,
adorable.
yeah, it's actually kind of cute.
I just want to pinch your cheeks. Come here.
You're lucky that I love you. I wouldn't take this from Ryan or anyone else.
Would you take it from Leo Red?
I bet he would.
Why are we bringing Leorin into this?
Oh, you know why.
I gave him a dance lesson.
My god.
Wow. That I didn't know about.
You were
what?
there. You watched me teach him.
Oh, I thought you meant like a private lesson. I'm like, Randall, my guy.
Ryan, do you need help?
Ryan is still on the ground, but you can see now, with your passive insight and passive perception, he's doing so because he's laughing and trying to hide it from Randall. But,
your conversation has gathered or garnered the attention of Krishan. And, well, that anger is now focused on you.
Uh-oh.
We are going to roll an initiative.
Hey.
Nice.
Alright, let's get some Take 'em Down music.
The anger of Leoren trying to steal my boyfriend has made me ready for battle.
Hell yeah.
So. It'll be Cameron, Krishan, Mary, and then the boys. As well as the other NPCs. So, Cameron, you are the first to act.
Oh. So we have to disassemble, was that the word used?
If all else fails, you would disassemble. You have, of course, the anger of Krishan, this undead flesh golem, 5 arms, or 5 extra arms. And there are, there's the large oven in the center of the kitchen that is making this area intensely hot. And yeah.
Could I run over and use the wild magic thing and just like freeze around the oven?
So let me look at the way that the wild magic works. So you can start freezing the area. The oven is intensely hot, so it wouldn't stop the fires. But you could start freezing that area, yes.
I'll start freezing that area just to make it a little more comfortable for our dismantling.
Okay. Do you do anything else on your turn, Cameron, besides touching things?
What do you make it sound like I'm just faffing around? This is strategic.
No, I know it's strategic. I just need to know if you're doing anything besides touching things.
No, that's what I'm doing.
Cool.
No, I don't want to do it.
These ability names are killing me. It is Krishan's go. No, put out fire! As he rushes over, he takes his big fork and is going to try and smack into you, Cameron.
Awesome.
That is going to be a that'll be a 27.
Yeah.
Cool. And then that will be 10 points of piercing damage, and you are pinned down, so your speed is 0. And at that same time, you see one of the other arms coming forward with a spatula and is gonna try and hit you.
Right.
13 does not hit,
It does not.
but he'll do it again
Good for him.
with an 18.
Just hits.
Alright. And that will be 16 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are knocked back in the direction that you are hit, which puts you towards the oven. And since you moved into the range, that will be 12 points of fire damage.
That's a failed death save.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
And then Krishant turns to look to Neri, as you are the perhaps maybe the next ingredient. Neri, it's your turn.
Oh gosh, cute. Uh-oh. uh, can I hand a healing potion to Randall with the intention of him getting it to Cameron? And I'm gonna try and calm this guy down.
Okay.
Hey, bud. I heard that somebody touched your spoons. Did they move them? Did you lose them?
Roll a persuasion check at disadvantage, please.
Disadvantage.
You're in the middle of combat.
I know. It's a 15.
No, touch my spoons.
Okay. Cool.
And you see like the huff of breath that comes out of the boar's head. Anything else, Neri?
No.
Okay. You hear, as it comes to our NPC's turn, Randall. Damn, this is gonna hurt! As he rushes in, and he'll take the fire damage as well. And pushing through the pain will provide. Is this just a normal healing potion?
It's a greater potion of healing.
Okay, greater potion of healing. Cameron, you are conscious with 13 points of health, and you feel Randall as he's trying to pull you out of the heat of the kiln. And at the same time, you hear Miss Pollybell. And take that! And she throws a vat of water.
Oh my god.
Towards the kiln, and it causes the area to cool down a bit. At the same time, you hear the sound of skittering and things being dragged over. Neri, you see that you've been brought a wooden spoon by Pronk and LaPouf.
Oh my god. Okay, cool.
Okay. And with that, it is it for our boys and NPCs. Neri, you get help from Ryan, of course.
Of course.
Cameron, what are you doing?
It's alive. Cameron's gonna clasp her hands together, look up, and say, "Listen, this is meant to be a really nice double date bakery tour with my girl here, and it's turned to shit. I just need this guy to calm down. You and I both know I lack the social skills to do so. Please step in and call for a divine intervention."
Oh my god.
Go ahead, roll for me the divine intervention roll.
That's a 54.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, as you call out to Zavakra, there is no guidance that you can divine from the current situation to show that she has answered.
Oh, my faith is in the wrong deity. Bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself. And that's my turn.
As Cameron, you cast Shield of Faith upon yourself. It is now going to be croissants go. Does not seem to like that, Cameron, you did not stay in the kiln. And just need more molasses. I need a deck save from you, Cameron.
Oh boy. It's a 15.
Okay. As the glob of molasses comes forward towards you, you're able to just narrowly dodge out of the way. However, Randall is caught in it.
Oh no.
And you see that as he's trying to pull himself away, the molasses sticks heavy to him and to the ground, and he is slowed. As Krachant moves closer, Neri,
Mm-hmm.
it is your turn.
Great. I'm gonna reach down to pick up that spoon.
As you pick up the wooden spoon, Pronk and Lapuff head off to other parts of the kitchen to try and help
Cool.
more.
Awesome. Hey, I found one of your spoons. Just holding it up.
Roll a persuasion. The disadvantage cancels out with the advantage.
It's an 18.
You see that his eyes focus in, like they laser in on this spoon. There is the huff of breath as you hold it, but also it is tempered by the fact that it seems that you are offering his spoon back to him rather than like moving it or misplacing it. So it's sort of a mixed response that you're getting, but
I'm so scared. I'm just holding it out.
yeah, so you just hold out the spoon.
Just holding out the spoon, hoping that. Just praying.
Ryan's gonna stand nearby, ready to intercept if things look bad. But he has faith in you, Neri, on what you're doing here.
Yeah, I know.
And then from nearby, Belasanti is going to, and take that! And he throws a puff of some white powder. It seems like baking powder. And as it hits Krishant, you see the undead golem begins to bloat a bit in that moment. And Randall will provide help for Cameron. And Cameron, it's your turn.
Sorry. We're gonna do what's called a pro gamer move and back up a little bit.
Okay.
We're real gamers here.
MLG gamers, we got the Doritos in the mouth.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. I'm gonna heal myself because self-love's important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Deserve it. Give me a nice little 17.
So anything else, Cameron?
Bonus action will activate the Sunblade if we haven't already, because I've completely forgot, and then that's my turn done.
Okay. As it comes to Krishant's turn, he's going to like heavily stomp over across the ground to where you are, Neri, and not even breaking eye contact, just one of the arms heavily takes the spoon and like pulls it out of your hand and just, my spoons.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I can keep looking for them if you want.
Oh. So, so crazy about this. Anything else from you, Neri? No, that wasn't even your turn. That was Krishan's turn. Neri, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna look for more spoons, I guess.
Go ahead.
This is working, I think.
Give me an investigation check to see if you can find more spoons.
Oh no. Oh, it's a 19.
So, as you begin to look around, you are having trouble finding spoons, which is maybe what caused this to be the issue in the first place, is that, you know, Krishan couldn't find his spoons. But it is then that you realize, you can't find any of the spoons because it seems Prunk and Lapuf have started hoarding them
Oh my god.
in their tails to try and bring
no.
back to you, because you accepted the first one.
Okay.
So it seems that anytime they find a spoon, it goes back in their tail, and they go and look for more.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like start following them around.
So, Cameron, you just see Neri duck behind another portion of the bakery kitchen, and Neri, you can feel the eyes of Krishan on you. You can almost hear and smell the heavy breath as he had been right in front of you.
Yeah.
And then it is our boys and NPCs' turn. Pronk and Lapuf dart off further into the kitchen, looking around, moving to try and find the current whereabouts of any spoons that could be of an assistance to you, Neri. Ryan just calls out, Neri? You all right back there?
Looking for spoons, I'm fine!
All right, I'll leave you to that. As he like is warily eyeing Krishan.
I love you!
Love you too. But he's definitely seeming a bit on edge in such close quarters with Krishan. Meanwhile, Randall is continuing to stick near Cameron. Will provide help action again, and our role is, this always catches my attention. And as he throws something, you all see like this small chocolate biscuit, and it catches Krishan's eyes as it falls into the area. Cameron, it's your turn.
Cool. Can this guy make me a wisdom save?
Yeah, totally. That is a 6.
Awesome. It's slow, so -2 to the AC, and dex saves can take reactions, action or bonus action, 1 attack per action, all that fun stuff.
Okay. Whew, that is clutch. Amazing. Anything else from you, Cameron?
No idea. That's my turn done.
So, with that, as Krishan goes over, he lumbers slowly, that bloat beginning to leave his body as he reaches down for the chocolate treat and begins to eat. And that is his turn as he is distracted.
Bless you.
Neri,
Yeah.
you saw Franck and LaPuff, and then they disappeared further into the kitchens. What are you doing? Give me an animal handling!
It's a 16.
You see one of the faces kind of peek out, make eye contact with you, and then disappear again.
Oh, shit.
And then you hear more ruffling and rummaging around in one of the pantries, perhaps looking for more spoons, still trying to help you out.
Well, you're, like, not helping me, though. You keep going away.
Oh, what is the craziest combat session you've ever run?
I'm just kind of making my way towards where the noise is.
So as you make your way over towards the noise, Ryan and Randall are just keeping an eye on the situation. They're prepared for it to all go to hell, with, Prashant. Randall will provide help for Cameron again. Ryan's going to, ready an action should things happen, and, Polybell, again searching around, is going to throw more water, and the, area around the kiln, the big oven, cools down once more. And Cameron, it's your turn.
Wisdom save from... Keep forgetting his name.
Croissant?
Sean, yeah.
It's like a croissant, but crushed.
Yeah, I don't say his name because I feel like I'm gonna say croissant and embarrass myself.
Cool, he got a 1 on his wisdom save.
Awesome. It's a command to halt.
Cool.
I'll just shout back. I'm keeping him distracted still. Please get those goddamn spoons.
I'm working on it, thank you!
You're doing
Love
great. I love you so much.
Cameron, with your passive perception, as the command hits, you would be able to see that there is some sparks that dance underneath the pot, like the metal is being electrocuted from underneath.
Oh.
Just so
Can I
that,
change my command?
I would say that when you cast that command and are focusing, that's when you notice this. So, with that, the command takes hold, and as it comes to, or anything else on your turn, Cameron?
I'll move over to the pot. That's my turn.
So as you move closer to Prashant, staring up at him with the pot on his head, he just looks down at you as the command holds him in place and he halts. But you do feel the heavy puff of breath underneath, just against your face.
I'm so scared.
Mary,
Yeah?
what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Oh my god, it feels like these are fake.
You
But
cast-
they're animals, right?
They're fey animals.
Okay.
Oh thank god.
Guys,
Like blink dogs.
guys, I really need those spoons. Are you done?
You see, the same one that had peeked out before, looks out, twitch of the nose.
We're getting you all the spoons. We'll
Okay.
be right back.
And then skitters
Wait.
off. You can hear the jingling of the spoons in the tail.
Oh my god.
Anything else, Nary?
Oh.
Both Ryan and Randall now stand next to Cameron and will prepare an action, if Crushant does anything, towards you, full protector mode. The NPCs are going to, there's more flour or baking powder being thrown, and the massive body begins to, start bloating and getting heavy once again. And Cameron, it's your turn.
I need a wisdom save.
Cool. 17.
It's a failure. just point to like the oven and the pot. Say fix.
So, as he tries to come to the understanding of what that command will be, anything else on your turn, Cameron?
Yeah, it's me. That's me done.
So, Krishant, to the best of his capability, will fill out the command, which means removing his pot, and you see it reveals these arcano-mechanical, wires that are loose and are sparking and writhing like wild snakes. Cameron, if you would like to use a reaction here for a Arcana or Survival check.
That's a 23 Arcana.
23. Some are loose, some are misconnected, but if you can get them under control, reconnected to the right spots, it may be able to calm him down.
Okay.
And that is how he understands the command of fix. And Mary,
Yeah,
you've got to speak with animals up.
I
And
do.
2 sprivets that are just running around a kitchen collecting spoons for you.
I'm just, trying to follow behind them the best I can. I think we have enough spoons now. I really just need them now.
No, we have to get you all the spoons.
Okay, but you realize this is a kitchen. There are like a bajillion spoons in here.
You need all of them. That's why we're trying to help you out.
How do you figure that I need all of them? I just need
Because
help.
if you need one, you need all. That's how we're
Okay.
helpful.
I get that you're trying to help, but you're really causing more trouble. This guy's super mad about his spoons.
Well, are they all his spoons?
Yes, they're all his spoons. He's the cook.
But they're in our tails. That makes them our spoons, and we'll give them
No,
to
no,
you,
no.
and they're your spoons.
Okay, great. Can I have them?
We haven't given to them yet, so they're still our spoons.
Okay, can you give them to me?
Give persuasion check.
Fuck. Persuasion. It's a 23.
You hear the other one.
Well, if we give her the spoons now, we'll free up our tails for the other spoons.
Exactly.
So, you do manage to get the sprivets to give you the spoons, but that will be your turn.
That's fine. I have all the spoons.
You have an armful of spoons. Like,
Okay. Good.
there's easily like 30 spoons in their collection
Okay,
of
good.
various sizes.
I've got the spoons.
Hell yeah.
Like, you've got, like, it's not just like mixing spoons, you've got measuring spoons,
Right.
tasting spoons, like, all variety.
I got all of them.
And then you hear the sprivet, not all yet, as they go dashing off.
Don't tell them that.
Both Randall and Ryan continue to hold their actions in case Cameron will do anything, and the NPCs are going to hold as well, watching, a little curious and cautious of the wires. And Cameron, it's your turn.
What check would I need to make to fix this?
Arcana or athletics, depending on if you want to use a gentle hand or not.
Arcana's better, but athletics is funnier. We'll go athletics.
Okay,
It's a 17.
cool. You're panicking. There's a lot happening. This is the third bakery something went wrong. Your hand just goes straight in. You grab the wires, and as you rip them out, he goes unconscious. And you find yourselves no longer in combat.
Just rushing out with arms full of spoons. I got them.
And you see the body unconscious on the ground.
Sorry, I panicked.
Cam,
I panicked.
I worked so hard to get these.
Lady,
I had
we did all the work.
I had to mind control him every 6 seconds. I panicked. I'm really sorry. You done great.
As you are no longer bound to initiative, Count Bazil steps in. Thank you very, very much for your assistance. I can continue along with the tour of the bakery as the original plan, if you would be amicable.
I got a tour of the bakery. I found the spoons.
Yes, I'm sure that he will be appreciative of having the collection upon his awakening.
He better be.
So, most of the tour is definitely not as amusing as the kitchen, as most of it has been destroyed during the rampage. Um, but the rest of the tour goes fine. And it is a fine change of pace, Count Basile would say, concluding the tour in the kitchen, looking over the mess. You might say that it is usually dead around here. And at the end of as you are brought back to the main room, Trifledor kind of stands in front of everybody. Gather up, gather round. It's time for us. The sun's about to go down. Back on Valdom Mortalis, where our last journey awaits. Come on now, let us not be late.
Oh my god.
Uh, as he opens the fire portal once again for you all to step through. It brings you all to Cindervale, just outside of Cindervale's Mother Gothel's bakery. And on the outdoor patio, prepared is a pleasant dinner. All manner of pies and pastries on display. In their bright pink aprons, waiting for the tour, are Branriel and Raelis, appearing flustered. Raelis, as soon as he sees you guys, dusts off the chairs. Sorry, wasn't quite ready on time. You know, we've had the craziest day. You wouldn't believe the madness with how busy it was just
Kid.
before you guys here.
Kid, I don't want to hear it.
As you're saying that, both Ryan and Randall share a look of they might strangle Raelis from what they've experienced along the tour as well. But you all sit down and perhaps maybe a little bit on the edge of your seat. It eases away as dinner is peaceful and dessert comes quietly. As you all finish up, Randall looks over to Ryan, still with the 4 octaves higher voice. So, we get to pick the next day trip, right?
Oh god, I haven't fixed that yet.
And,
I'm gonna give him a greater restoration.
oh,
did it work? Ah, damn.
Damn it, dispel magic?
Hopefully this works. Oh, shit.
God damn it. A wish?
do you wish it away?
Yeah.
Hopefully that. Oh, thank the gods.
Yeah, thank god that worked, because I cannot cast another spell today.
Yeah, well. Ryan and I call dibs on the next planning.
Okay, just no carnivals or anything.
No bakeries.
No bakeries. Neri's just kind of leaning on Ryan. She's like ready to go to sleep.
And with a more peaceful end to a very eventful day, our session will come to an end there. So, thank you to our players for playing. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you all enjoyed this adventure. I will see you guys in the next stream, but until then, head over to wildwitch.com. That is our website. It's where you can find us on the internet, all the fun things we've got going on, and of course, the invite link to our Discord to join us, hang out, and play in some games yourself. As always, may the ever burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.